Well, this is the new Fallout 76 trailer. I'm pretty excited. I like all things Fallout, and I just wanted to make a few observations. About 14 points here. 14 points. Didn't Woodrow Wilson? Yeah, Woodrow Wilson talked about 14 points. Well, here's point number one. We're on a U.S. Army base, apparently. I looked up a map of West Virginia Army bases. Not that many. So I'm assuming this is a future Army base. And this guy's going to meet his maker, it looks like. But the vault that this scene takes place in is going to be called Vault 76, and it's dedicated 300 years after the founding of the nation, 1776. So apparently this is 2076 when the vault is dedicated. But the gameplay is obviously going to take place much later, after the vault has been after the bombs have gone off. So this song that they're singing here, this is called "Take Me Home, Country Roads," and it was originally sung by John Denver way back in 1976. No, that would be too perfect. It was actually April 12th of 1971, in case anybody is paying attention or keeping track. And it's one of the official state songs of West Virginia. So it's really clever that they use this song to like put us right into that that place. Now, knowing this is West Virginia, point number 4, this span here, I'm pretty sure is the New River Gorge Bridge. The New River Gorge Bridge is one of the highest and longest spans in east of the Mississippi, and in fact, it's so high that they do something on Bridge Day. People used to go there and just jump off with pilot chutes in their hands, base jumping, and it became so popular that they actually closed the bridge for one day and they let everybody do it as an organized event so that people won't get hurt by trying to do it on their own. So that's how high that thing is. Here goes that poor guy passing through time. So the next scene, there's a power station, which I do not know where this power station might be. Now maybe this is built in the future, but I'm guessing this is a landmark that exists in our present day. If anybody knows which power station this is, please put it in the comments. I'd like to know. Now this thing walking over here, if you notice over here, this hulking creature, I found out, I have actually peeked a little bit online, and it's called going to be called the Grafton Monster. Now the Grafton Monster was like this kind of Bigfoot sighting thing that people saw around Grafton, West Virginia, the town of Grafton, and it's obviously been transformed into a monster for our purposes. So that's going to be pretty cool. But it's a nice little remake. Now this is interesting. A biplane in the foreground. Are we finally going to get flyable vehicles, or not vehicles, flyable vehicles in Fallout? This should be interesting. I'm not sure, but definitely would be fun to see the landscape from above. I know you could use the rocket pack in Fallout 4, but not everybody got a chance to do that. So let's see, what else do we got here? What is this circular thing? It looks like an amusement park ride, or I don't know. I don't know what this is. I'd love to know what that is too. So that looks like something that might be an everyday, present day structure that's been destroyed. Here's the other thing that bothers me about this video is that well, first of all, these people like walk by this suit of armor and don't look at it. But this guy with the man bun does. Right here. I can't believe that the man bun is still around in the future. Shame on the future. I weep for the future. I do like the jagged fire axe, though, that the man in the fire suit was walking with. This guy right here. So that's pretty cool. And this is a neat looking monster. I've been told this may be a dragon of some kind. It may like emit a kind of fiery breath or something like that. Now this is pretty cool, because this looks like a Mothman. The Mothman was another kind of like, you know, the Grafton Monster, Bigfoot, that kind of thing. The Mothman is a legend in West Virginia folklore, and actually a man whom I knew who has since passed on, Chuck Kinder, he wrote a book called The Mothman Prophecies. So a little shout out to Chuck Kinder. Grab his book and read that. That's an amazing, amazing, amazing book. Now here, what's that? West Virginia, is that WVU? I'm not sure which university this is, but that's possible. And this, we know what this is. This is the Greenbrier. The Greenbrier was a secret, well, the Greenbrier was a hotel, but underneath the hotel, in secret, the U.S. government in the late 50s and early 60s, I think it became operational in the early 60s, and was never used, but it was a bunker that was supposed to accommodate both houses of Congress, some of their families, and of course the president, and I believe the justices. And it was supposed to house all three branches of government underneath in a bunker with something like 300 days worth of food or something like that in case of a nuclear attack. And yet it was never used, and not even during the Cuban Missile Crisis. So in 1992, the New York Times, somebody in the New York Times caught wind of this and published an article, and then the place had to be decommissioned. It's actually a place now where you can go on tours. And I think that I've also read that there are people in West Virginia that hope that this setting for Fallout encourages tourism. Those are the 14 things that I went over. I didn't number them for you, but you can go back and count them if you want. So there is one thing that I would like to see in Fallout, maybe, the setting that hasn't been alluded to, but there's a place where they have radio telescopes in West Virginia called Green Bank. And Green Bank is a place where if they want as few electronics as possible in the place because it interferes with their ability to detect radio signals from outer space. So when they're looking at stars and nebulae and that sort of thing in the radio spectrum, your cell phone, your tablet can interfere with that. So they try to confiscate all those vehicles, or at least have people shut them off when they're coming through town. And I thought, wouldn't it be neat if they had a place in Fallout where you couldn't use your technology? So you had to use slug throwers instead of energy weapons and that sort of thing. Could be a neat variation. So that's all I've got to say about the new trailer. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I know that I did it a little primitively. I'm working on my technology, and I'm working on some other things. Please leave some comments below. It'll help me. And to all you Fallout fans, hit the subscribe button, and I'll do more of these. Thanks.